Hello, I'm back. Sooner than I thought I would be, but here I am again. 2:22 on the clock. Come through angel numbers or repeat times. I am a chicken. that's that's why I'm on here. I'm a big bok bok chicken. It's fine. So a little bit of context. I've been waiting for over a month now for a device to arrive, and it arrived today. I have an appointment that I've been waiting about a month for. That is this Thursday, and I have an interview that is between Friday and a few Fridays from now. Interview times start this Friday and they go until the 13th of November. And this arriving was just the icing on the cake of what I already didn't want to. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that it's kind of a lot, and I'm taking it day by day. Oh, I told you I've been trying not to self-sabotage, and here I am procrastinating again. But I mean, I might as well do this today. I wanted to use these cards, but I still can. I'm using the Ascendant edition of the Weaver Tarot. And we're going to major minor chord, kind of sort of like once a day. And these are more, not once a day, but whenever I feel like it, I guess. Title card is going in the space of the major. No. Yeah. Title card is going with the majors. And then I'll leave the pages with the courts, and I'll put the aces with the minors, and it's only going to be one. So I'm not reading through like all the signs. Just to clarify, or at least not today. Not today, at the very least. Let me make sure these are minors. This is the boring part of the video that I could have did before. But we're gonna do it together. So yeah, I've been for a minute working on a lot of things, or setting some things in motion, and some of these things are things that I've been asking for a minute, but no one, I guess I wasn't clear enough about what I was asking, or pushy enough to clarify what I meant, that I wasn't getting what I was actually looking for. And so it was about, I guess, a month and a half ago when I started being more direct. And then I got somewhere, and I had a feeling it was all going to happen at once. But when nothing was happening, I was like, oh, maybe not. Now, I could have taken that as an opportunity to work on all the things school-wise that I needed to work on, but did I do that? No. And so this thing arrived today. I have an appointment Thursday, like I said, and then an interview, and it is that Aksunare energy for me that I keep talking about. It's the sun coming up in an area in my life where I only allowed darkness. There was only darkness, and I only allowed darkness. And so there is still a lot of some like pent up anxiety, I guess, in this life in general, and not running from life anymore. And so it's kind of hitting me a little bit that things are starting to come into place. And it's gorgeous and it's beautiful and it's what I've been doing the work for. So I'm not surprised, but I gotta accept it. Can't run away forever. But if I can serve a little bit right now in this moment before I get to work, then why not? It'll give me an opportunity to settle these energies a little bit. Alright. So how the major minor chord is going to work. Let's think through this now. So, because I wanted to pull the energy oracle cards, but I always use the energy oracle cards. And I'm kind of tired of seeing that envy card and hostilities, but that's fine. If it is what it is, right? But when I did For Virgo season, the limitations, I had another deck that I used as well. But since I'm major minor courting this one, I don't think I necessarily need to do that. I guess we'll just see where we are, and I'll go from there. Alright, now this is the part of the video where I just ramble because I didn't do this before the video. How's everyone else doing? What is happening right now? Mars is in retrograde. Mars retrograde for me is like, all right, Patrick, are you ready to do all that stuff that you haven't been doing for yourself? And I'm like, yeah, Mars, let's go. And then the work comes or the stuff comes, and I'm like, ooh, Mars, let's not be so hasty now. Let's not be so hasty, you know. But it's like, girl, you got 7 weeks to get this stuff done, to wrap this stuff up, and to be on to the rest of your life. And I'm not procrastinating the 7 weeks because it's already a lot of work that I have to do. So, but I do consider this as some of the work that I could be doing. Don't ask me why, but you know, I'll just put content out there. If someone watches it, they watch it, and then I'll always have it to refer to later as well. I'm like, oh, this it reminds me of when I was pulling cards and this came out. I should call my friend. We didn't get to finish our conversation the other day, but that's fine. Let's see what the top cards will be. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups. That's interesting. And then the Sovereign of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. And then that Hierophant. Followed by Temperance. Okay. And then the Star. Okay, I like Hierophant, Temperance, and the Star. I like that. And then the 2 of Wands. So we have the Star, which is the last major. You can kind of see it. I know the lighting isn't great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. That's 22 majors plus the title card. Over here, it's the Queen of Cups, right? Yeah, the Sovereign of Cups. She comes out fairly frequently in this deck. I feel like a few of them do, though. So, let's see. There you go. Now you can kind of see her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is Page, Knight, King, Queen, and 4 suits. And the rest should be over here. I'm just going to trust that they're all there, and we're not going to count them. And then was it the 2 Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups. No, the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands with the Ace of Cups beneath it. Is I just saw a 2 of Wands. Interesting. Is the last minor that we have over here. Hi ho, right? Were they mining like fairy dust in Once Upon a Time? I don't remember. Okay. Scorpio season today, or right now. One of these hidden things that we need to transform, address, look at, work on, be aware of. Okay. The Ruler of Wands, which is the King of Wands energy. And I like this because in the Ruler of Wands in this deck, whenever I see a snake biting its own tail, to me that's us having our ego under control. And this is us having our ego under control, but still being in that King of Wands energy, which is very self-assured, very radiant, very Leo. I'm a fan of Leo energy lately, high key. What happens when the snake, it starts again? I don't know. That's that Jormungandr type energy. That release of the tail leads to Ragnarok type energy. The return of Balder type energy. The return of the light after Ragnarok. signaled also by the eclipse when, is it Fenrir, and when the wolf of the moon and the wolf of the sun meet or something like that, or when the wolf of the moon swallows the sun or something like that, and Jormungandr releases its tail and everything breaks loose, and we get the warriors on both sides that come back, and that's why Odin is stacking Valhalla, taking the worthy, the warriors, and setting them aside for this final battle. Now, who's on the other side? I don't think it's the giants, but I don't know. We ain't getting into Ragnarok right now. The King of Wands is here. Also, the title card. So, love that. That's why I put this in here. So, I could have absolutely no clue what's going on. And the Eight of Swords, which is entrapment. There you go. Eight of Swords. I feel like this is saying that this is that space of when we don't even know when our ego is working against us. Because there are these, it feels like there are these things within ourselves that we've come to value. Maybe because in the past we got stepped on or ignored or whatever, and so we adopt this extra crunchy, extra hard, extra harsh exterior to get a point across, to be seen, to occupy space in a visible way and not be invisible, just chilling, sitting somewhere. But it's almost gotten to the point where it's starting to work against us. And I don't know in what way, because the title card came out. So in any way that we're trying to move forward, I guess, potentially. And the reason why the Eight of Swords is here is because whatever this is, it feels like we're still looking at it as a strength. But it's getting to the point where it's keeping us from being able to progress further. Because there's the wand, there's the upward pointing triangle, that's the symbol of fire, and the crown is in the triangle within the circle. And there's no square here. Usually, like, there's a circle, a triangle, and a square. Don't ask me what it means, because I ain't that knowledged. There we go, kind of. So, you see that? The crown is in the circle. The stuff is in there. The stuff is in there. It's almost like it completes the square. Why the square? Because the circle and the triangle are already here, I guess. We're completing the square. By boxing ourselves in. I feel like I need some music or something today. I don't know why the quiet sounds so silent today. Even earlier I noticed it. And like I can hear the fan of my laptop, but still, it's like when the room is so quiet that it's like the quiet reverberates in your ear. Why is it so quiet today? I don't know. But with the Eight of Swords here, it feels like a stalemate, stagnate, impasse type energy. It's like there's this internal transferal that needs to happen. There are these ways that we've adapted being in order to come off as more whatever in a situation, that we need to secede. And then there are these other, maybe more vulnerable ways of being that we need to increase. We need to do a little bit of internal rebalancing to complete the square around the circle and the triangle. And I know that was also in Harry Potter, right? Somewhere. I only saw the movies once, because growing up I wasn't allowed to read or watch. But when I went to college, 1 year I was bored and I was like, why not? The wand, that was the wand. I don't know. That's a saying though, right? Completing the square. Oh, completing the square. That's what we did. We did it in math class, right? Was that with talking about like trig? I feel like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But before that, you would complete the square. And after you complete the square, you can factor it out, right? This plus that, this minus that. And when you have a plus and a minus, it cancels out that middle term, right? So instead of having like x squared plus 2x plus 4, it would just be like x squared plus 4. So there's something about cutting out the middle term here. Also something that's not, we completed the square for a reason, and I don't remember right now. That was a long time ago. But in completing the square, you get to factor out the problem. You get to separate the two, the positive side from the negative side sometimes. But yeah, so long story short, there's something that your ego is doing right now, something about the way that you go about getting the things that you want and the way that you express yourself in the world that probably isn't serving you anymore, and you're not even able to see how or why. Maybe because it served you for a while. What's at the bottom of all of these? Because I'm just curious. The Two of Coins is over here. This Two of Coins in this deck is interesting. There's a tooth in one, I believe, and crystal in the other. The crystal and the tooth, yeah. This is wisdom over the appearance. Can't see it. Can't see it. That's it. It's fine. It is what. Oh wait. There we go. Just gotta get real close. Real close. There you go. You see the one with the crystal and the one with the tooth. I probably shouldn't have the overhead light on, but it's fine. So that's balance. That's that rebalancing between the physical and everything else. Over here is the Seeker of Wands. So this is us being in a position. The Seeker of Wands is the energy of the Page of Wands in here. And the Ruler of Wands is the energy of the King of Wands. In this deck, they took out gender. So instead of kings and queens, you have rulers and sovereigns. Instead of the emperor and the empress, you have the pillar and the anchor. Or the empress is the pillar, the anchor is the emperor. And then bottom of the deck over here is temperance, which is that balance. You can see temperance. Temperance is like, I'm here. And then there's that cup with fire coming out, right? There's this need to basically be vulnerable and be open. Long story short, because there's something that we've adapted that doesn't serve us anymore. It's like it helped us survive a darker time, but moving into times that are lighter and brighter, we don't need it as much. It's time to take off the armor, because if you leave the armor on, it's like it attaches to you, it fuses to your body, and then you become some weird hermit crab person that can't ditch the shell, and so you're just stuck, stagnant in a time, held fast to certain traumas or something like that. And it's understandable. You know, it's not necessarily easy energy to navigate, but again, I feel like we're being called to, I guess I could say, release some of the bits of the ego, especially the ones that we've adapted to find some kind of comfort or stability, to reduce and minimize disappointment, frustration, rejection, pain, stuff like that. So that means if you're Patrick, then stop procrastinating and get the work done. And just allow yourself to freaking be happy. Gosh, why you always gotta work so hard against yourself? Alright, so that's what I got. I'm gonna get to work actually this time. I hope you'll have a good whatever whenever you see this. And I hope you're acting in alignment to make the better your reality, because I feel like I really do genuinely feel we have that ability. So I'll catch y'all later. Hopefully tomorrow. If not later than that. Because like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do, but Trying not to freak out.